Hello, it's me, Mayohosko, and welcome to my channel.
Okay, I guess these don't want to work today. Hello, everybody. It's me, Mayo Hosko. No sugar, no filler, just real whole egg. I have eaten my dinner. This is part 2 of this 8-hour live stream today. We left off at around 6 hours and 16 minutes in the previous live stream. So we are going to do this part 2 for 1 hour and 44 minutes. And of course, we have StreamYard, but we also have Irish Andrew popping up. In the previous live stream, part 1 of the 8-hour live stream, Irish Andrew did say that it would be back here in about 3 to 4 hours. Well, 3 to 4 hours later, here we are. And let's put on the ticker tape at the bottom. Sweet as. And for those who caught the end of part 1 of the 8-hour live stream, I know this is highly confusing, but I am energized now because I've had my dinner and I've also been snacking on some chocolate as well that I got from December 25th. So if I turn on the lights, there it is. There it is. The modular police station. Set 10278. From the modular buildings collection, because I'm sad to see the creator expert theme gone. And this was a very fun build process. We had our ups and downs. There were a little bit of frustrations about some pieces not wanting to slide or squeeze or fit together, any other those acronyms, about just not wanting to budge you could think of. Did have some times where I had to pull the set apart to make some adjustments when I forgot to read the instructions properly. So I accidentally forgot to put some pieces in, so I had to come back and I had to rip pieces off to put pieces back in. Then I had to do the struggle about putting them back on again. But anyway, this was a fun build. A lot of build techniques that I hadn't considered before. There was a lot of repetition in this build, for example, for these columns right here and off to the side, with the way you attach these leaf pieces. Also, if I can get that little bit of dust off, the way that this is attached, these dark blue 1x4 tiles, the way they are connected inside of this thing, that's something that I had never built before, that technique. So in general, there are a lot of little tiny techniques that I can take away from this build and attempt to use in some of my mocks myself. But this is only someone like me could say this. Just this angle right here is my favorite part about the whole set. Look at all of that sand green. And what makes it even better is that you've even got some of the sand green masonry bricks right there and right there. That is amazing. I love getting all of this sand green. And for all of the sand green that this thing has, especially considering that I've said on numerous occasions that I want to build a rusted copper coloured Thunderbox for the Thunderbox challenge. This is a very, very good source of sand green. And now I'm thinking, come the next end of financial year sales, do I want to buy another one of these sets to part out, just to get all this glorious sand green? And the base plate in the dark bluish grey is something I know that I can use at various spots around my city if I really thought about it. And this is an interesting way to build the fire escape / combination for really not good health and safety protocols for actually someone getting up to their apartment. I don't know why you'd want to walk up a fire escape to get up to your apartment, but apparently that's what the criminal has to do. And for those who don't know, the criminal is a criminal because he likes to steal the donuts from the donut shop, because there's a little hole. Let me see if I can take this off. It's very difficult to do so. Set this off to the side because it is a modular after all. If I can get some close shots of some of the interior details. Just rotate this. This bed actually flips up. And you can see that there's a very dark hole right there. And if I can very loosely attempt to do what you should do with the play feature, you dangle this chain through that hole, and you're supposed to pretend like the criminal has pulled up a donut. He has stolen it from the donut shop. And then if we come around to the little news agency here, and we can take the roof off because it is connected by only 4 studs. You can see that inside there was a stack of donuts. And so that's the criminal's secret stash right there of donuts. And I've positioned the set. Oops. I positioned the set so that the criminal is being caught red-handed exiting the his news agency. Oops. It's a little bit of a fiddly build. He's exiting his news agency caught red-handed with the paraphernalia used to steal the donuts. So the police officer is on his way to catch him, and the female police officer has just walked out of the donut store getting a cup of joe, and she's caught on to the fact that the criminal has been caught red-handed. Now there's probably going to be a foot chase on the streets. There's a nice build for a little park bench, and very creative ways to build these little shrubberies. And I've made the references, I've made the obvious references all throughout my 8-hour live streams that I've done to build this. Bring me a shrubbery. Nee. Nee. Those who watch a Monty Python know what that is. And so there's a lot of really interesting colours in here. Obviously, the sand green being the best. And as always, we get the rare white street lamp. Oh wait, that's in every modular. We didn't get any of those rare 2x4 red bricks at all. But I like these printings for these 2x2 round tiles with the Technic pinhole in the middle. That's printed for the chalk ice and the strawberry ice sprinkled donuts. There's a lot of foliage in this set that I really appreciate, because all of the different pieces of foliage, especially getting bulk quantities of these styles of leaf pieces, have so much value to them, and they're very expensive on both Lego Bricks and Pieces, Pick-a-Brick and Bricklink for a reason. And I'm sure these sand green masonry bricks are hard to come by. And this is a set in the 1970s, so you have 1970s technology like these old style of lamps, which are the 2x2x1 dome pieces in sand green. Because it's the 70s, we get the rotary dial telephone and the typewriter. And I really like the use of the red rubber band for trying to connect the dots between all of the different pieces of evidence that they've gathered in their cold case. And you can see the room at the back here, the little nook for taking the criminal's mugshot. Somehow the criminal is able to afford not much else but that really high quality, really high tech for the 1970s entertainment system that is the record player, because he doesn't have a bathroom. All he's got is a kitchen, his bed, and his record player. He doesn't have a bathroom, so I guess he has to whiz on the fireplace or something. And just trying to remember any other details that stand out to me. See, what I'll do is I'll take the billboard off, and this piece can actually come off. So we see all the stuff for the evidence locker in there. Take your guess about what that trans yellow liquid is. They've got a red ruby in the evidence locker. And on this side, they've got some trans blue liquid and a crowbar. Have your guess about what that trans blue liquid is. Yeah. So that just fits on. Oh, there's a piece of hair sticking out. And yeah, we also get another a masonry brick. We do get some masonry bricks in a grey, and I think we get some in tan as well. And I'm trying to remember if we get any purple. I don't think we have a medium lavender a masonry brick yet. But they probably should have made the masonry brick in medium lavender for this set. And to be able to fit the newspapers on the magazine rack, and have that bunch of flowers for sale, you really have to get the angles right. So now let me try and lift off the second floor. Just comes off. And we get another one of those rotary dial telephones. Now, something peculiar I found when I was building this is that the instructions had pictures of the standard Lego clock, but this is a new printing that I've never seen this printing for this clock before. So I'm not sure if there's an error in the instructions or some manufacturers around the world, the different factories include this printing for the clock and others have the traditional clock. I'm not sure if that's an error in the instructions. I don't know. If you have your own theories, maybe you want to let me know. But definitely my favorite part about this whole set is the donut shop. Look at all those donuts. And I'm a sucker for getting the Simpsons donut. And thankfully, I moved my laptop out of the way. We do get some spares of the Simpsons donut, which is nice to get. Look at those Simpsons donuts. Yeah, I think we only get 2 of those. And look at all the other foliage pieces we get spare. You know what? Just for those 3 foliage pieces, I'm sure someone could try and sell that as a bulk lot on Bricklink for $1. Yeah. And we get stacks of the Simpsons donut, which really makes me happy. And we get a stack of the disposable coffee cups back there, trying to look like them without actually being the actual disposable coffee cup piece. And these two shelves right here with all these pastry items is the exact style of some of the mocks that I want to build. A modern take on a vintage concept. That's the style of builds I like to do for my mock. So it's kind of a hybrid. Also, it's nice getting some of these medium nougat pieces. The 1x2 medium nougat slopes, and also the 1x1 half round medium nougat tiles. That's nice to get. I'm just going to rest this newspaper on top for now because I don't want to bother putting that back in the hands of the minifigure. So let me put... Now it's time to do what we all want to do after we build a Lego modular. After we just soak it all in and feel, you know what? I'm really proud about building this set. That's the exact moment I had after completing this when we were only, I think, 5 hours and 40 minutes into the first part of the 8-hour live stream. And I felt so hungry after that, so I went to eat dinner for 1 hour. Anyway, it looks like Irish Andrew's been the only one here so far. So he says, looks great, dude. Mine too. I love the green wall. I have it next to the Daily Bugle so that the wall is not covered up. Can you imagine having to carry your groceries up a fire escape ladder? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. How does the criminal not have to go and get some back surgery every year, having to constantly climb up this fire escape ladder just to get to his apartment? I don't even know why he wants to live there. Maybe he's got no other alternative. Maybe that's all he can afford. Maybe he just thinks that's better than living on the run in a trailer park or something. I don't know why any normal person would want to live here, but this criminal is apparently very happy with his lifestyle. So I gotta give him willpower for that one. Are you old enough to remember using rotary dial phones? I am. I'm not, because I was born in 2001, but I remember playing on toy rotary dial telephones. And when I was very young in the early 2000s, I was like, why don't we have phones like we have with this toy I'm playing with right now? I was confused why this toy phone looked different from the old Nokia phones that my parents were using at the time. I was very confused, and then years later I found out the rotary dial telephones are from really now four big generation of phones ago. Ooh, he can't wait. That's why he's fishing for donuts. Absolutely. Hello, Johnny G. Sweet Legos, Mayo. And Legend Lego is here as well. Hi, Mayo. Well, hello to you, Legend Lego 29. So I've just done some thoughts about this set. Post building this, because I took a 1 hour interruption, ended the first part of the 8-hour live stream. So I'm back after dinner, and we are doing this part 2 to see out the rest of the 8 hours. So this live stream has to go for 1 hour and 44 minutes. Because the previous one went for 6 hours. went for 6 hours and 16 minutes. So if any of y'all missed any of the thoughts I just gave after the live stream is over, feel free to go back and watch the start of this part 2 live stream, and also feel free to go back and have the first 6 hours and 16 minutes on in the background of whatever you're doing throughout your day. Oh, and I forgot to say another nice little detail that I touched on when I was actually building this is trying to come up with different imaginative scenarios about how this other Simpsons donut ended up on this windowsill, and how the bird was able to obtain it, because I would think this bird would not be strong enough to carry the Simpsons donut in this bird's mouth or this bird's feet. I don't think this bird is strong enough to use its body to carry a donut all the way up from the ground level to this windowsill. So my thought is that one of the police officers was eating a box of donuts, accidentally left this inside of the box, realized it was stale, saw this baby bird outside the window, and decided to feed the baby bird a donut instead of giving it some bird seed or whatever. So that's my story. That's my interpretation. If anyone else has a different interpretation, I'd love to hear your imaginative, creative ideas about how this blue bird ended up with this Simpsons donut in the comments, either over there when the live stream is going on, or down there when the live stream is over. And I was confused as hell when I was building this. Why is this little ledge here? But then I discovered, oh, that's because there's an air conditioning box there. And I thought it was a nice touch to add the white egg on top of these inverted arch pieces. So now, without further ado, if we take another view of Mayo City, we see that there's this empty space right here. And if you guys saw the Lego City Mayo City update for December 2021, you'll realize that I've changed the positions of my modulars, and I've changed the positions of where I want to build some of my emergency services mocks. So as a result, I've cleared this space right here, and I was able to create this space because I did a massive overhaul on my railway line. Who knows, maybe at the end of this live stream we might try to run some trains around here to see it out or whatever. So we've cleared that space right there. So now you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put this in the tripod, which is over here. I'm going to put this in the tripod. And in order to put this iPhone 13 in the tripod, I need... Oopsie. Sorry. My bad. So what I need to do to put this iPhone 13 into this tripod is I need to take off the phone case, because otherwise it's just a little bit too wide. And so that I don't accidentally end the live stream, I don't want to have to touch the camera. And so to get the case out of, well, to get the phone out of the case, I need to turn the change it back so that it is not in silent mode, because I want to be able to hear my notifications. There we go, the silent mode is off. So now what I need to do is I need to carefully slide this iPhone 13 into the grasp of the tripod. Firmly grasp it. Firmly grasp it. Firmly grasp it! If anyone knows what that is a reference to, you get a cookie. So now, oops, I want to turn the camera back on. Just want to slide it down just a little tiny bit to not upset the balance. There we go. Irish Andrew says, will you be placing the modular on the stream? I'd be interested in seeing it in your city. Exactly. Exactly. You are 100% correct. That's what we're going to be doing right now. Irish Andrew says, not a clue about that reference. I think the best person in the Lego YouTube community to ask about what that is a reference to is probably Brigzar, because Brigzar has done a review of every Lego SpongeBob set ever made. Oops, I just gave it away. So that's exactly what we're going to do, Irish Andrew. We are going to, right now, place the modular police station into the city. And to get a better angle, we are going to rest the tripod on top of this IKEA set that I got gifted from December 25th. It's these weird things. I'm gonna have to do some experimenting with them, and I'm gonna try to do a review on this of sorts. So actually, I should get another IKEA box set, which is this set. I'm thinking about doing a review of this set separately as well, but do it in the same whole video. Need to get the tripod. Actually, need to get it positioned to where it's looking at the space. I think I'm going to have to temporarily move the wall, the sound wall of Pringles cans out of the way, where I store some of my bulk pieces. Like I've got some of my Black Falcons and minifigs in here, of which I have done several videos and live streams about those Black Falcons. If you go back and look in the Mayohosko November December playlist, you might be able to find some of those. I've also got some random dots pieces. I've actually got my Black Falcons minifigs in 2 of these Pringles cans. There are some of my dots pieces, because when I placed the bricks and pieces order to get those Black Falcons, I wanted to qualify for free shipping, and I decided it was better for me to pay for buying 3 packets of dots than it was to pay the shipping. So I got some more dots to add to my collection, and I know a very special mock that is going to use a lot of those dots. So now it is time to place the modular police station into the city, which is why we've got the camera set up on this tripod where it is right now. And so if you notice, the building next to it is the brick bank. So my idea for justifying this corner building to be in that position is that the laundromat is going to have to be in an alleyway of sorts. So now I'm deciding whether I want to kind of build an alleyway entrance so that people know, hey, this is not a dark alleyway. This is the way to come to do your laundry. And when I was forced to reconsider where I wanted to place some of these modulars, originally I didn't want it to be there, but then I was like, you know what? This actually makes for good storytelling ideas. It's a good opportunity for storytelling. And as some people might know from some of my live streams and my Mayo City updates, Brick Sloth has been a big inspiration for me in my decision to try and incorporate more storytelling inside of Mayo City. And I think having the modular police station next, that is not good. That is getting bent out of shape. Good thing I won't be using this siding a lot. I might have to replace that siding one day. Having the modular police station next to the brick bank actually gives some good storytelling opportunities. So originally I was against it being there, but then I was like, you know what? I can make lemonade out of lemons. I do it all the time because I make a lot of compromises for Mayo City about where I position things. And this circumstance of trying to make lemonade out of lemons has actually turned into a happy accident. So I'm pleased to say that I have turned lemonade into lemons, but then I turned lemonade into something better than lemonade. Maybe cola? Do people think that cola is better than lemonade? I definitely know that Coca-Cola outsells Sprite or Lift or anything else like that, or pub squash or anything like that. Hello, Clicking Cliff. I've got to read some of these comments. Irish Andrew's been here the earliest. This is a part 2 of the 8-hour live stream, because for those who don't know, I got done building the modular police station at around 5 hours and 40 minutes, and so I kept on going for a little over an hour longer, and I decided, you know what, I have to go eat dinner. So I took a 1 hour break. That was part 1. I'm back. This is part 2. I am all energized because I had a really tasty dinner. And I'm back again to see out the other 1 hour and 44 minutes. Because we are going to get to 8 hours if I have to do multiple parts. So that's why we're here right now. Do you follow Brick Foundation on YouTube? He posted a video about the GWPs. We're supposed to get the hotel room key card with the new modular. Lego is weird sometimes. Agreed, Lego is weird sometimes, and to be honest, I wouldn't know about those GWPs because I don't pay attention to those pieces of news, because I don't collect the Lego gift with purchases. And I actually have already done a video explaining why I don't collect Lego gift with purchases. So if anyone ever asks me that question, I'll try and send a link to that video. Why I don't collect Lego gift with purchases. So if anyone is ever interested in that stuff, I'll be sure to find whichever social media you are most active on and try to send you a link to that video, because I think that's easier than trying to explain it in one of these live streams. Oh yeah, I heard IKEA was selling sets now, but I haven't seen any reviews yet. Maybe I might have to be the first one to review that. Oh, did I say the first one to review that? That's something I've never said before, but I'm sure someone's already working on a review on one of those IKEA sets right now. And there's Clicking Cliff. That was the end of the comments so far. So we've done 34 minutes, which means, what have we got? We've got, I think we've got 40 minutes to go on this live stream. So we can officially say we've gone for 8 hours. If my math checks out. Maybe my math doesn't check out. Anyway, while I try to see if my math does check out, feel free to look at the mayohosko sig fig. And I actually have, if I turn my camera off, I have a I can edit my avatar on StreamYard so you can see a better look at what I want my sig fig to actually look like. I am going to quickly see if my math does check out, because I don't know what the time is right now. Because I was like, no, my math can't check out. It can't. And I realized that my math does not check out because I was half an hour off. Yes, maybe I need to go back to math class. This is how you run a live stream conversation. Exactly. Get onto a bunch of random tangents to fill out the live stream. So there it is. And I just want to thank Clicking Cliff, Irish Andrew, Legend Lego 29, and Johnny G for coming along. Gonna try and figure out some stuff to do for the next 1 hour and 8 minutes now. So what I will say is because you guys are here right now and because you guys care enough to watch this live stream, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a treat because I'm going to give you a teaser. I am going to tease a mock that I want to build that relates to the modular police station. And actually, something I should do is I should find a little box or something. You know what? I think I'm going to try use this regular green 8x16 brick just to raise the camera up slightly so you can actually see the beauty that is the billboard for the soaps and suds. And I believe that the soaps and suds is the laundromat as a part of the brick bank. So actually something I should do and something I actually will be doing because it relates to what I'm going to build in this area, which is what I'm teasing right now. I should actually move this billboard. I should take it off. Yeah, and people saying hello to each other. What I should do is I should take this billboard off of these clips and I should put it in this gap right here because the laundromat is over there. And for what I want to do with this area, no one's going to see this billboard right here. So what I should do is I should make a little support beam going across the gap between the brick bank and the top or the roof of the criminal's apartment above the donut shop. And I should create a cross beam so that I can drape the advertisement for the soaps and suds laundromat. I think that'll be a better location and get it to be above the clock of the brick bank. I think that'd be a better location for the billboard for the soaps and suds. And before I get into all the technical details about the mock I want to tease, if anyone has these pieces to build the temporary, oh, that's really, really good focus. If anyone has the pieces to build this temporary version of the Mayo Hosko Sigvig, which is the plain blue pants, the red baseball cap, the classic smiley face, and the airport worker torso from sets like International Jetport and a couple of other of the airport sets that were released in the early 90s. Feel free to build this, to build the Mayo Hosko Sigvig. Send me a screenshot of this in your city or on one of your social media posts or in one of your YouTube videos. Send me a screenshot to any of my various social medias, whichever one you're most active on yourself. Send it to me as a DM or a PM or an email if you guys don't use social media. Send me a screenshot of this with the hashtag Mayo. No, sorry, this isn't focusing. There's the focus. Send me the screenshot of this with the hashtag I watch Mayo Hosko. Hashtag I watch Mayo Hosko. There's no capital letters in there. hashtag I watch mayohosko. Send me that, and then I'll be sure to give you a shout out in the next Mayo Hosko live stream. And I prefer to, I would honestly prefer to give people the money to buy the pieces to build this sig fig, and people give me the money about how to build their sig figs, because not all sig figs are created equally. Not all sig figs cost the same to assemble with the given price guide on Bricklink, etc. Yes, I guess the IC Mayo Hosko would be an acceptable substitute for iWatch Mayo Hosko. You get the jive, Cliff. I would prefer to just give someone the money to buy the pieces than me trying to organize a sig fig trade, because it is very expensive to ship stuff overseas from Australia, and it is very expensive for people to ship stuff to this country in return. So to not have to worry about the shipping charges, I thought it'd be better to do that if someone's sig fig is more expensive to make than the other person's. Do the total tally of the cost of assembling any person's sig fig, pay them the difference via PayPal or whatever, and therefore we don't have to pay for shipping in a sig fig trade. I think that'd be better than a sig fig trade, because no one wants to have to pay for shipping, exporting, or importing from a land down under, do we? So anyway, if anyone wants to hit me up about that proposal, feel free. There's a bunch of links for my social medias, etc., in the description, and you see the non hyperlinks in the ticker tape going by right now. And Cliff says, I just made my sig fig. Ooh, maybe you wanna try and do an Instagram post or something about your sig fig, or maybe you want to feature it in your next video or something, because I'd be curious in seeing what your sig fig looks like if I haven't already seen it. And I do know that it was actually Bricks who helped me land on the decision that temporarily, until I get custom stickers, that this airport torso would be a good substitute. And very cleverly, Bricks added the addition of the light tan man purse that you could get in minifigures such as Indiana Jones back in the day. Bricks, who recently passed 500 subscribers and did an 8-hour live stream about it. Congratulations, by the way. He was actually the first one to approach me with a built Mayo Hosko sig fig in this fashion. Because, well, you know what? Bricks was actually the first one to make a Mayo Hosko sig fig, even before me, because I didn't build one sooner, because I didn't think I wanted to build one until I can get those custom stickers. But Bricks helped me decide that this airport torso is good enough for now, until I can get those custom stickers. So Bricks has a Mayo Hosko sig fig with his own custom flair added to it. If anyone else wants to do the same, feel free to hit me up. Anyway, with that little tangent out of the way, let me get down to brass tacks, or whatever tacks are made of. If anyone knows that reference, you get a cookie as well. Cliff says, I got to wait on Bricklink to send my parts. Awesome. Waiting for a whole video, I see. And I'm getting notifications all over the place. What does Forge of Empires want with me? I should actually probably check if I've missed out on any fights. I probably have, because I've been having so much fun building the modular police station. I've had so much fun building this stuff. And I've been talking non-stop for a little while now, so I need to just take a quick 1 minute breather, because I've been rambling on about a lot of stuff. And just take a deep breath and get some water. Oh, hashtag always be hydrated. Hashtag always stay hydrated. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. That's better. Yoga. Namaste. So, this is something that I've been planning to do for a little while now. Ever since I decided that I wanted to buy and build the Lego modular police station to put in Mayo City. I was toying around with ideas about how to build an actual custom vintage look style Lego City police station. And personally, my favourite of the vintage Lego police stations was the police headquarters from 1987, which was the same year that sets like the Metro Park and Service Tower were released. And that was the year before the Big Rig truck stop and the Victory Lap Raceway, of which people who watch my Mayo City updates see in every single update over there. The Victory Lap Raceway is the pride of Mayo City. The pride of my collection, however, is the Old Trafford Manchester United Stadium up there. I've done some videos about that, as well as the playable soccer field next to it that me, Venomous Type, and Captain Matt played on one of these 8-hour live streams. There is links to those people's channels in the description below, and all of my other live streams and videos as well, so please support my friends and go and subscribe to their channels. Anyway, enough with that little rabbit hole. The 1987 police station came on this road base plate, and in the same year, this same road base plate was made with a green base colour instead of this heavily faded classic light grey for the emergency treatment centre. So originally I was thinking, wouldn't it be cool to piece together that set? So that's why when I went to an independent toy store that mainly sells Lego, I jumped at the opportunity to buy this base plate used. And you can see that it is a bit used because it is heavily faded. I mean, I'll compare another road base plate from the same generation that's only slightly faded. So you see how faded it is? See how noticeable of a colour difference it is? Yeah, that's very faded. That is very, very faded. And to be honest, now that my plans have changed with how I want to build some of my mocks. Oh, and you can also see in this base plate there's a little bit of texture mark and a little bit of plastic has been chewed off the side of this stud. And there's a little bit of wear and tear. But I thought it was a good buy because I have to raise this. You can see from the price tag, the sticker at the back, I only paid $14 for this road base plate, which I think was a steal. That's a bargain. If anyone knows what that is a reference to, you also get a cookie. Probably only people who live in South Australia know what that is, so I don't expect anyone else except my homies to know what that's a reference to. So originally I was going to try and piece together that police station, but then I had the thought, and this was what I've been trying to tease, you know, what if I was able to build a police station on this base plate with the 3 garage bays already set up in the manufacturing of this road base plate? It's got the 3 garage bays. And so I thought to myself, it'd be better, well, I could fit more police vehicles on this road base plate than this road base plate. Irish Andrew says, Bricklink shipping isn't bad. Be glad you aren't waiting on Lego. That usually takes a month or so. Absolutely. My concern isn't about the time it takes to send. My concern is the price of shipping. Because all of the smallest, for all of the small orders I've tried to place with American and Canadian and a Mexican Bricklink sellers, they've all charged a minimum of $20 compared to some people in compared to some Bricklink stores in Europe and East Asia who charge less than $15 for the quantity of pieces that I want. So I had the thought, why not instead try build a custom police station on this road base plate so I can store more police vehicles? And if you've seen the Mayo City update for the month of December 2021, you'll know why those fire department vehicles and those police vehicles are over there right now. And I'm very glad to say that those 2 police vehicles are actual vintage Lego sets. I think one of them is from 1996, the one at the back, and I think the one in the front is from 1995 or 1996, I want to say. So I'm very proud to have found those sets in bulk lots. And you get a good view of the rear of the Lego Friends. A hot dog van right there. Forgot to hit the like till now. Don't forget to remind people. Yes, Irish Andrew. I always need to remember everyone to please hit that like button, because that means that YouTube knows that people want to watch my live streams and therefore they'll recommend it to them and therefore it'll get on the algorithm. Thank you, Irish Andrew, for reminding me, because someone always needs to tell me to remind me, so I'm glad that you were there to help remind me. Good point. I do like ordering parts from Lego for free shipping, and a lot of cases lower prices than Bricklink. Exactly, because when I did my bricks and pieces order to get all of the pieces to build my 30 Black Falcons minifigures, to get the free shipping, I bought 3 extra packets of dots, which is why I have half of a medium-sized can of sour cream and onion Pringles filled with dots pieces, and that's not that's not even all of the dots pieces I own. I've got a lot more dots that are actually spread around in some of my orange sorting storage drawers over here, and I actually need to buy 8 more of these things. I already have 8 in my inventory, but I need to double the capacity of my inventory so that I have more drawers, so that I don't have to consolidate multiple colors or multiple different types of pieces into the one drawer. Ideally, I'd like every part to have their own drawer, separated by color and piece, which is why I need to spend the $280 to get more of these things. And Johnny G says Mayo It's Noi Lego. It's Legos. Well, that is grammatically incorrect, but I'm not going to be a grammar Nazi. Glow in the dark dots are hot. Yes, they are. If I can try and quickly find some. I can't find any right now, but I definitely have seen some of the glow in the. I definitely have seen some of the glow in the dark dots in some of the dots packets. I don't think I have any of them, which is a little bit unfortunate because Lego has actually gotten much better at the quality of plastic that they use for their glow in the dark pieces. It's gotten a lot better than it used to be, because the glow in the dark pieces nowadays, they glow a lot better than they used to, because I think the only glow in the dark Lego piece I own, if I come over here, is the ghost shroud from the Black Monarch's Ghost. Sometimes when I'm asleep at night after I've turned off my desk lamp after watching YouTube before I go to bed, I turn off my light and try to close my eyes and go to sleep. And I'm like, what is that light? I don't have any lights on. What is that shining? And then it's this ghost shroud that's glowing in the dark. It's not very bright, but it's still noticeable. Those glow in the dark 1x2 plates in the plate built road sets are much stronger than that old ghost shroud piece from 1990. They are much better quality, glow in the dark, and so Lego has really stepped up their game with the quality of their glow in the dark pieces. And so many people look at the spring green color. Oopsie, don't want to spill it. If I can get this in focus, I think the further I get away from the camera, the better it wants to focus. Get the sharper edges, sharper resolution. So many people think that the spring green pieces are glow in the dark. Sorry to break it to people, but they're not. They look like they should be glow in the dark, but they're not. So sorry to break it to some people. Although spring green is still a really good color, and I have a lot of uses for spring green. Much like how I like buildings like the side of this modular police station that has a wall that is all sand green, I would love to build a building that is all spring green as well. Oh, low battery, 20% on my phone. That's going to be difficult. I think I'll have to do something about that later. So back to what I was saying with the mock teaser. When I decided that instead of trying to piece together the 1987 police station, and instead trying to build my custom one on this road base plate so I could store 3 different small to medium-sized police vehicles at once, I thought, I want to put this vintage-style police station next to the modular police station. And I thought, wouldn't it be cool to make a catwalk between the two of them so that the officers could walk in between them? So my thinking was, if the details inside of the modular police station are more kind of your general office area, and it actually has the spot where the criminals can get their mugshots taken, and it already has the interrogation room, and it already has a very low quality jail cell, I was thinking, what if for my custom vintage style police station, what if that was more about housing the vehicles? And the dispatch of the call outs, and also maybe had some training rooms for the police academy or something like that. What if it had a better storage for also I forgot to say that that police station already has an evidence locker. Granted, it is up the top, and in this current configuration, that is where I would want to have the catwalk coming around to the vintage police station. But it'd be very easy for me to shift the details of it'd be very simple for me to shift the details of the evidence locker to the vintage Lego police station. Or if I really wanted to get wild and crazy, I could try move the evidence locker, that piece comes off, to be only accessible via the roof up top here, and have this be kind of an observation area or something. Maybe have some big tall glass windows up front here, and have the catwalk coming across and down ever so slightly. So there's a lot of details inside of the modular police station that I wouldn't have to incorporate into my vintage custom mock police station, which I want to build. So that means I can have more room for some of the stuff that they don't normally put inside of the actual Lego police stations. Like, I don't think we've ever got facilities for the police academy or whatever inside of a Lego police station, even though in a lot of precincts in major cities around the world, they do have some facilities, even if it's just target practice or something. Sorry, you don't want to see my ugly feet right there. Sorry about that. They do have at least a shooting range for target practice or something. And so those different ideas I thought about trying to incorporate into here. And maybe I could make a really highly detailed kind of police commissioner's office, police commissioner and police chief's office at the top floor or whatever. So there's a lot of details in there that I wouldn't have to build here, so that I can broaden the horizons and build some stuff in here that is already built, so that is not in here, so I can expand the operations of the Mayo City Police Department. Anyway, that's kind of the stuff I wanted to say about that. So that was the teaser for the mock I wanted to build. So anyone else who has any ideas about stuff that you'd like to see me do with a vintage style police station mock on this road base plate with the 3 garage doors, feel free to let me know if you have any ideas, and when I do my overview of the finished product, I'll be sure to credit your YouTube channel with those ideas. Feel free to let me know if you have any ideas, and I might get inspired, because I value the opinions of all of my viewers who watch the videos, watch the live streams, and I like to take your ideas seriously. For example, I was hesitant about putting the Lego Creator 3-in-1 Ferris wheel set 31119 into my city, but I did have this little park area there in between the train line and the road section at the back. I was in a live stream. I can't remember who. Yeah, I can't remember who, but they said, but I put the vote to the people, and the people unanimously said that they wanted to see it in Mayo City. So I acted upon the people. I gave the people what they want, and I put it in Mayo City, and there it stands, and that was featured in the city update for the month of December 2021. So I like to give the people what they want, uh, just like Jalen Rose and David Jacoby on their show on ESPN. Got to give the people what they want. I've embodied that same mantra with my YouTube channel. I like to give the people what they want. So if you want to see some big changes across any aspect of my YouTube channel or any aspect of my mayohosko a media empire, feel free to let me know, because I want to give the people what they want. Andrew says, you are right about that. These supposed glow in the dark pieces for the lights in the new city sets do not actually glow in the dark. Why does Lego falsely advertise that? Exactly, there's been a lot of false advertisement with glow in the dark toys for the longest of time now. And so that's why I've never been a big fan of glow in the dark stuff in general. But I do like the Black Monarch's Ghost that came out in 1990. Hashtag always be hydrated. Hashtag always stay hydrated. So that's my plan. Tell me what you think. Well then, I see that some of these pieces of rolling stock have come off the rails. So I'll move this tripod backwards a bit. Try to get these pieces of rolling stock back on the rails. And actually what I need to do is I need to put all... Oops, sorry for bumping the camera. That's a nice shot down Main Street, as I like to call it, on... You know what? I think I actually might call it a modular... a boulevard or something. Or modular parade or something. If anyone has any ideas about what to call this street, because I think Main Street is just such a stock standard term. I'd like to have the street or road or whatever name you want to call it named after the modulars. Now I need to put these 1x1s inside of this medium-sized original flavor Pringles can, because I knocked it over when I was moving some stuff to clear space on the carpet to build the modular police station. So pardon the rattling noise, but I need to get these 1x1s back in their place. Oops. That was one plate. Get this out of here. Get this out of here. We don't want to lose that, do we? And these 1x1s need to be sorted into their own drawers eventually. I'm sorry for bumping the camera again. Because I'm sick of treading on these things. I just got to get them back into their spot until I have the time to properly sort these into their own storage drawers. I've got storage drawers already in the drawers that have these pieces. I just need to find the time to sort them in. There's another one, and there's another one. What I actually might do is I might put some of these spare small pieces on the lid of this thing just to get them out of the way. There we go. Oops, there's another 1x1 brick. And this, gonna move it off the tripod. This needs to go here. Temporarily, I have these 2 shipping containers with these go-karts. On this 6x24 stud train base, and in the middle I can put this octane fuel tank. And I'm going to get the extra pieces. Well, I'm going to move this lid of small pieces and put it next to the extra pieces from the modular police station. And now I need to put the microphone that I plug into my computer back in its original location. So I just need to scoot off the side here. I keep the microphone next to my TV because that's where I normally use it when attached to my laptop. And now I'm not charging my laptop anymore, so I can take the charger off the extension cord, and I can take the extension cord out of the power board, and I can take my laptop, temporarily put it on my bed, and I'll charge it tonight because it needs to be charged. There we go. That feels good. And I've destroyed some storylines that I'm trying to do in Mayo City, so I need to rectify that problem. Oh my god. I'm just getting score updates from the Hyundai A-League about my team, Adelaide United. They're winning 4-0 against the Wellington Phoenix right now. They're winning 4-0. This is the best offense that we've ever had, in my opinion. It's the best offense that we've ever had. Oh. Had another one of these male police officers run away from me, and I just found it. So actually, I'm gonna put the gonna reach over. Oops. We want to give the policeman his hat, and I'm going to have him walking down the stairs right there. I'm going to tidy up this area right here. I've got some empty Lego bags that need to go in the box that came in the box, the white box that came in the black box. And we've got half a dozen people watching right now. Thank you guys for watching. Temporarily, I'm storing all the bags from all the parts bags from the police station in that white box. Eventually, it'll go with my bubble wrap collection over there. Yes, I collect a bubble wrap. Let's read some of the comments that's come through. How did you get into vintage Lego? I'm curious because I think you said earlier you were born in 2001, so they were made well before your childhood. I do kind of explain that stuff in the mayohosko 8-year anniversary video. I explained the origin story of how I came to love vintage Lego so much, and a lot of those details can be found in the 8-year anniversary video for the mayohosko channel. And on the 7th of January 2022, that will be the 9-year anniversary video. So in my 8-year anniversary video, I explained why I am a huge fan of vintage Lego, I've gotten several questions this year about why my name is mayohosko, and probably the biggest YouTube user that has been asking me that question is Willie Neblet Jr., who has appeared in some of the Hoosier Bricks live streams on Hoosier's panel. He's asked me a few times now why my name is mayohosko, and it was Willie Neblet Jr. who inspired me to want to answer, or to want to answer that frequently asked question in my 9-year anniversary video. So I'm going to have to write a script about that, because I do actually want to write a script for my 9-year anniversary video, and the answer to that question will be in that script for my 9-year anniversary video. So all I'll do to tell people like Irish Andrew about why I'm a fan of vintage Lego, I'll always tell them to go watch my 8-year anniversary video. And to the people who ask me, well, Mayo, why is your name mayohosko? That's one of the oddest names that I've ever seen on YouTube. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be the crux of what I talk about in the 9-year anniversary video. I'm 44, but didn't play with Lego growing up. I think my parents couldn't afford it. I know a lot of people who didn't grow up with Lego because their parents couldn't afford it. Edwigzar always says that he can still remember the 19 sets from his childhood, because he remembers going to the stores and walking out of the stores without any new sets in his hand, because his parents couldn't afford a lot of toys for him. So that's why Edwigzar has a lot of nostalgia for these smaller Lego sets, especially from Classic Space, and that's why he has a strong position that Lego should always be focused on producing a lot of really small sets, so people who aren't as fortunate, people who can't afford a lot of expensive toys, still have something that they see is only $5 to $20 in the store, and they know that I can be able to afford that Lego set. I can be able to afford it, and it's not going to cost a fortune. My parents are actually going to be able to buy it for me. And on the opposite end, I am a frequent complainer about why we have so many expensive sets over $150. That's because I don't buy a lot of those sets, but Lego wants to come out with a double-digit amounts of $150 plus sets every year. And that's a growing trend that I've seen as Lego has finally woken up and realized that, oh, hang on, AFOLs are really important to our bottom line, and all of a sudden AFOLs are actually buying Lego. Like, AFOLs already weren't buying Lego 20 years ago when they came out with the Ultimate Collector's Series theme 20 years ago, when they came out with the first UCS set, which was the UCS X-Wing in the first year of Lego Star Wars in 1999. Because with all the efforts to appeal to adults with things like the black box sets and changing their age range to be 18 plus, getting rid of the Creator Expert, which was a kind of a royal light blue coloured box and had 16 plus instead of 18 plus. And all of the campaign that they've been going on with adults welcome. It's like adults already weren't welcomed in Lego. Because if adults are only welcome right now, why have Lego been producing UCS sets for over 2 decades now? You see what I'm talking about? You see some of the hypocrisy I can't stand about Lego? That's one of the main things I have a problem with. I'm looking now. In which video do you talk about getting into vintage Lego? It is the Mayo Hosko 8-year anniversary video, which was released on the 7th of January 2021. I started my YouTube channel on the 7th of January 2013, and I gave up doing videos in 2017. I came back from a 4-year hiatus in late August 2020. In January of 2021, I deleted all of my old videos because I didn't want them getting flagged as made for kids because of copper. So I decided to reboot the channel, and here I am, almost 3 times as many subscribers later. Here I am, and over 1,000 watch time hours on the Mayo Hosko channel. Here I am, making this live stream right here, right now, right here, right now. Surely everyone who knows anything about music in the 90s knows which lyrics knows which song those lyrics are from. So this is where I want to build the police station. I want to have new meets old, and I think it's going to be a fun kind of evolutionary build, so to speak, because we're going to have the old transitioning into the new, and I think it's going to be a fun concept to have in Mayo City. Anyway, I need to take some of these things off of the track, and I need to take I will keep the phone. Actually, no. No, what I'll do is I'm going to take the phone off of the tripod. In order to do that, I have to have the camera turned off, because I've got to slide it out of the tripod. Sometimes it can be a finicky process. There it is. It's slid out of there. Now I need to put it back inside of its phone case. And I actually got this phone case as a present for December 25th, because I bought this phone in early November, and it's been without a phone case, without insurance, for nearly 2 months now. So I'm glad that someone surprised me with this phone case, because now I'll actually take this phone out with me into the public, because for the longest of time, to use an American football analogy, I was using my old iPhone 8 as a tackling dummy quarterback behind a bad offensive line. I was using, where was it? And now I've lost it. It's here somewhere. There it is. I've been using this old, broken down, smashed up, beaten up iPhone 8 as a tackling dummy behind a bad offensive line. So I need to put this thing on charger, and I've spotted a spammer. There's no moderators here right now because I think Cliff might have left the chat to go back to sleep. Sorry for waking you up, Cliff. I'm going to put this on charge. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try open StreamYard on my iPhone 7, on my iPhone 8. Let's go to StreamYard. I'm going to have this on mute, and we're going to have the microphone still coming out of the iPhone 13 because it's going to be a better quality coming out of there. Let's go into stream. Let's enter the studio. I'm just going to have the camera only. I need to get my bag out of the way. And coincidentally, that has knocked over the locomotive from the heavy haul train. So I need to get that back on track. Literally back on track. Need to move some other junk out of the way. I need to put some of these shipping containers back on their pieces of rolling stock. I need to change the camera from the front camera to the rear camera. And I need to make it to where it is in landscape. So there I am. And I'm sorry if you can hear a little bit of an echo. Please let me know. If you can hear an echo, I apologize about that, folks. And it's time to change this back. Where are we? To the Mayo logo. Here we go. And we need to change the layout to be landscape. And you can see the nice background behind. And Adelaide United bet Wellington Phoenix in soccer 4-0. Echo! 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 That's the fifth time that glitch has happened to me today. I've had a Mama Lego, a Jodie Smith, I think Miss Bricks, and now Irish Andrew point that out to me. And by the way, I deliberately do this echo to stop the audio glitch. Because now there should be no echo. So I deliberately have to do the echo to stop the audio glitch. How crazy is that? So sorry about that. Well then. So sorry about that. I just had to put some stuff on the railway. I just had to put some containers back on their intermodal double stack trucks. And the reason I call my railway rolling stock trucks is because of the troublesome trucks from Thomas the Tank Engine. And I have made some extended versions of those troublesome trucks without faces. Because obviously I don't want faces on my rolling stock on my realistic inspired railway. It's good, Del. It's good now, no big deal. Absolutely, it's not a big deal because it's a problem that I can easily solve. Just need people paying attention in the chat to let me know when the glitch comes along. It is something I'm going to have to do a thorough investigation on. Thanks for letting me know, Andrew. So yeah, there's a little bit of an obstruction in the track. This pesky little vehicle, put this on this piece of rolling stock, made the train derail and then everything. There we go. Awesome. Now there's back on the rails. So that was the first casualty of the test run. Now let me do another test. Oops. There's another casualty. The sidings weren't switched. Apparently, get it back on the rails. Oh, it was switched. It just wanted to go around there to the siding where the shunting locomotive is, instead of straight along the main line and behind the modulars. So let's see if we can get this test run going. That's why I like to do a test run to make sure that there's no obstruction on the track. Sorry about that, but excuse me. I heard a little clanking over on the front straight. I need to see what I see. I see what that clanking was. It's obstructed by some of this stuff. So move this out of the way, this little bowl. Actually, I'm going to stop the train because some of these shipping containers has come off their respective intermodal double stack trucks. There we go. There we go. Now all of the shipping containers can be transported to wherever they need to go. Now let's crank up the speed to the speed limit, which is only 1.5 turns of the dial. Oops, we had a little casualty. One of the shipping containers fell off somewhere. I hope it didn't fall off too far. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Let me see if I can reach back here. Oh, I'm going to have to turn off the camera. Because otherwise I'm going to be moving and making groaning noises a lot more than what I want to make. And that's not good live stream material, is it? It's not good live stream material. I'm glad it fell off where it did fall off. That could have been a much more serious problem if it had fallen off around that sweeping curve over there. Okay, let me go back and get the remote control. And let's get the train going at full speed again. At the speed limit, sorry, not full speed. Let's try to get some good shots, shall we? It is pretty sweet, ain't it, Legend Lego 29? Pretty sweet! Now, let's do another angle. Last shot. Now let's try a different angle. Last shot. And no, it is not my only working train. I also have the heavy haul train currently in operation. And this is another good angle. Actually get this corner as well. Last shot. And one final shot. And that was that. I hope everyone enjoyed my Lego trains. Plenty of more opportunities in future live streams to do more stuff about my Lego trains. Get around here and then we'll stop it. There we go. Sometimes I prefer to run this train, but this only has one motor in it right now, so it can't pull these longer trains. I think I'll use this locomotive that only has one power functions motor to pull a slightly smaller train. Legend Legos 29 says you should get the ice train from 2014 and build a train station for your city. I do plan on rebuilding my train station. I did a video about trying to rebuild my train station. And you can find that on the mayohosko channel somewhere. I'm not sure which month I released it in, but it is there somewhere. And I do intend to build a passenger train, but it is not going to be electric, it's not going to be diesel, it's going to be a steam locomotive. What I want to try to do is I want to build a British Railways black livery version of a London Midland Scotland Railway Black 5 locomotive. That's what I want to build. That's what I want to use for a passenger train. And I think it'd be good to use either dark red or reddish brown to make some London Midland Scotland Railway maroon coaches. I think that would look really, really cool. Anyway, thank you everyone for watching. Quickly go over some people in the comments. We had Johnny G, Irish Andrew, Legend Lego 29. I think we had some bots. We had Clicking Cliff. I forget anyone else. Thank you all for coming along. We've now officially run past 8 hours for the total length of live streams I wanted to do today. Thank you everyone for supporting. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. There's a bunch of stuff that you can read, or that you should have attempted to read in the scroll bar below. Lots of information down there. Lots of information down in the description. I've had a blast being able to entertain a small minority of members of the Lego community today. If you want to hear some other names, feel free to watch the end of part 1 of this 8-hour live stream, where I read out even more names, even more famous names. So feel free to check that out. If you missed out on any information that I did about the police station, feel free to watch the start of this live stream. And if you want to see anything about the build process, feel free to watch part 1 of this 8-hour live stream and my previous 8-hour live streams within the past 7 days to see me building the police station from start to finish. Anyway, it's been a blast once again. Thank you for watching this live stream, and I will see you in the next live stream. Thank you for watching. You guys have been awesome.